Hello everybody, Naughty Nana Does. How's everybody on this fine Sunday? I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing great. I'm a little fired up today. Just saying, I'm going to talk about Tate Reeves. That man has got me in a spin. But before we get any further, I just want to show you something that's near and dear to my heart. You want to know why I'm like I am? You can blame this lady right here. That's right, that's my granny. She was amazing. She was funny, she was spunky, and she had a lot of really good sayings, and some I use them on here and give her credit for. I'm just saying. So let's get back to Mr. Tate Reeves, shall we? We're going to do another session of Lying for Jesus. That's right, that's for all them self-proclaimed Christians out there who want to tear down everybody else that don't look like them, act like them, or pray like them. And you guessed it, that's right, it's Tate Reeves' turn today, the governor of the great state of Mississippi. Well, it'll be a lot greater without him being governor, I'm just saying. His big thing is, God is bigger than the government. Well, if that's the case, shove off, buddy. Shove off. You're a disgrace. His campaign video came out last week. I don't know how many seen it, but it's a scene from Man with No Name, Clint Eastwood, and they superimposed his big gob over top of it, and there he is hauling out the friggin' guns, and he's shooting people left, right, and center. Now, 4 days after that video aired, there was a prom party in Mississippi where 2 teenagers were killed, 4 more were injured, and that whole week there were 7 mass shootings in 1 week. 7 shootings in 7 days. More than 5 people were killed and numerous others injured. And he has the balls to go out there. Well, he has no balls because he won't do his job. But he has the nerve, the unmitigated gall to go out there and put on a video of him killing people. How wonderful is that? There was no message to it. It was just him being an asshole. That's all that was. That was just disgusting. I was so mad when I seen that. And then he comes out with stuff like this. Rejoice always. Pray continually. Give thanks in all circumstances. For this is God's will for you in Jesus Christ. 1 Thessalonians 5:16-18. Really? If that's right. And you know who's praying constantly? The constituents in your state that are sick of your bullshit autocratic laws. You're creating your own special government of good Christian white men to override Jackson, Mississippi, who has an 82% black population. Think about that. Trying to gerrymander the hell out of the area so that nobody will get back in and all them good white Christian men can all come in and impose their friggin' higher than, holier than Jesus Christ himself rules and laws on everybody else. When it's all bullshit. All they're doing is demeaning people, that's all. Taking away their dignity. So, what would Jesus do? Well, Jesus would feed the hungry. He would care for the sick. He would shelter the homeless. And he would want everybody to love others as you love yourself. But what would Republican Jesus and Tate Reeves do? They're going to take food out of children's mouths by cutting food stamps. That's right. And they're going to gut the Affordable Health Care Act. And what they're doing to the homeless, oh my God, they're just crapping all over the homeless and demonizing them. Instead of giving them a hand up, they're giving them a kick in the arse. That's what they're doing. And they're going to block anything to do with equity, diversity, and inclusion. Doesn't it say somewhere that all men are created equal? Oh, well, apparently not in Mississippi unless you're friggin' white and an evangelical Christian. The rest don't fucking count by the sounds of it. Sorry, I'm cursing on a Sunday. But anyway, so there's no sense of fair play there at all. Now, there's only like 1/3 of the population that will vote him in. That's all them MAGA Christians there, whatever they all, Christo-fascists, whatever. I don't know what the new names are. There's so many. But anyway, he says in his campaign thing that we are up against a national liberal machine. They are extreme, they are radical, and they are vicious. Seriously? They believe welfare is success. They believe taxes are good and business is bad. They think boys can be girls and that babies have no life. That our state and our nation is racist. Well, because yes, Mississippi has always been known to everybody else to be racist. I'm just saying, there in Tennessee, where the Klan was born. But you ask the folks in Jackson how they feel about all this stuff. He called it the murder capital of the world. Well, instead of calling names and pointing fingers, why aren't you sitting down at a friggin' conference table and getting down to work and doing something for those people in the capital city? Instead of sitting there doing this, how about do this and do some more of this? I'm just saying. House Bill 1020, the Mississippi Supreme Court will appoint judges to hear civil and criminal cases. How's that? Let them do it. Doesn't matter that district attorneys and stuff are voted in. But anyway, the Capital Complex Improvement District, they're gonna appoint people. Yeah, they're just gonna say, we'll take you, and oh no, not you. You must be a Democrat. You're not getting in there. So they're going to appoint their own people. And the Republican Attorney General would be responsible for appointing the prosecutors to take the cases. How's that going to work for the regular guy? Not too well, I'm thinking. Now, Jackson may have a huge crime rate. But rather than doing things like your goddamn job as a governor and your limp dick friggin' Republican majority, like passing laws, how about giving people dignity, raising minimum wage from $7.25 an hour? Who the hell can live on that? And you're worried about homeless and crime and stuff? How about giving them a working wage? How about that? To where they can actually support families. And they might not need your goddamn food stamps if you pay a goddamn living wage so they can get a place to live that's decent. Jesus. How about handing out hope and inclusivity instead of lifting your flat face up, because God hates liars and he hates phony prayers. I'm just saying. They say God's everywhere. He's watching. You are not an overlord. You are a goddamn bully with one of the worst education rates in the state. The worst. 49th in healthcare and hospital ratings. Let's take an example of policing. Lexington police terrorized black residents, subjugating them to false arrests, excessive force, intimidation. Even the interim chief that they brought in, the infamous they, cast doubt on many of the allegations in response to a request for comment from the Associated Press. You know what you need to do, Mississippi? You need to vote old TaterHead Reeves out of office. That's what you need to do. He's useless as tits on a bull, and when they were giving out brains, he thought they said trains, and he took a slow one. I'm just saying, go to the polls and vote, because that man does not deserve any of the status he gets. My condolences go out to his wife and children, him making an arsehole out of himself, putting on a holy show, and hurting people all over the place. Nana loves you. Be good, be safe, be good to you. Subscribe to the channel. Mwah. Love y'all.